It's a great pleasure that I welcome you this evening to the Georgetown Middle, Georgetown High School, first production of the 2000-2001 school year. My name is Rod Shropshire. I've been given the honor and privilege of serving this group as a drama coach this year. I'm very sincere when I say that these children have done an absolutely wonderful job of taking some problems that I've thrown at them and solving these things all by themselves. One of the things that I told the students that I would be doing this year is presenting a lot of problems, some ideas, and to let them do everything. Coming up with the sound, working the lighting, actually coming up with the ideas for their own costumes. They pretty much have built these two shows this evening. Working with them, they remind me of a comment that was made by the late Pablo Picasso when he was asked about some of his controversial paintings. He replied by saying that it only took him 18 years to learn to paint like the masters. It took him an entire lifetime, however, to forget all of that and to learn to paint like a child again. We're all born creative. And I think that you'll agree with me after you see what they put together this evening, that I've had the honor of working with some truly talented people. So tonight, you're going to see two productions. We'll begin this evening with a production entitled, What's Cooking?
It's hard to say. Sort of a cross between shredded wheat and isn't that simply divine?
Well, that's that. Now, who should notify the prize winners for the official celebration?
Joe and I will attend to that, Mrs. Hale. I'll call Dr. Andrews on the house phone, and he'll ring the bell. That's a signal for all contestants to report to the cafeteria.
You ladies will probably want to go upstairs and freshen up before you make the awards.
We certainly do. Will you send someone to tell us when it's time to come down?
We'll call you in plenty of time.
Thank you, dear. We all look somewhat the worse for wear.
Hello, Dr. Andrews. I believe we have a winner. Entry number 25, Yankee Doodle Goulash.
Oh, Nancy, what on earth am I going to do? Frank will positively kill me.
I've seen that brother of yours pretty murderous at times, but what have you done to him now that you expect the worst?
I'll never tell you what made me do it, but I sent him recipe number 25, that Yankee Doodle thing, in his name.
Do you mean to tell me that you made up a recipe and sent it in under your brother's name?
No, I didn't make it up. It's his own recipe, all right. Only we don't talk about it very much outside the family circle because it makes Frank so mad. His hobby is cooking, and he gets out of the kitchen every chance he gets and cooks up the holiest concoctions you've ever heard of. Funny part is, though, they're always good.
Will wonders never cease? Frank Armstrong, captain of the Junior Tigers, winner of the 9A wrestling matches, just a cook at heart?
I know, that's what makes it so funny. He'll be fit to be tied with fine that. When I read about the prize being offered in the contest, I just thought it was a good chance for Frank. I knew he had a good recipe, and I just sent it in.
Why didn't you send it in under your own name?
Oh, that wouldn't have been honest. I want Frank to have the prize and the glory as well.
If I know Frank, he won't want the glory. Not in this contest. Oh, Joe, it'll be a perfect scream. Coach Murdoch will be making the awards, and poor old Frank. Won't he be every color of the rainbow when Coach makes him a speech about being the best little homemaker in Hamilton High?
Oh, dear, that's dreadful. You must think a way out. Frank and Kevin will be coming in here any minute now. It's their day on cafeteria duty, and we'll have to break the news gently.
I'll say gently, or he'll break your neck. Goodness, I'm not in your shoes, Joe Armstrong.
Oh, Nancy, be a good kid to help me tell him. He has a soft spot for you in his heart anyhow. And maybe if you tell him, he won't be quite so mad.
I'll stand by and help pick up the pieces. But you'll have to tell him the good tidings yourself. Shh, here they come. Let's be busy straightening this place up.
What does the cafeteria give today for two stubborn men?
I'm hungry enough to eat these all uniforms and all. How about some of some sandwiches or they angry while trying to stampede down?
Have you two galoots forgotten that today is the day of the special PTA luncheon? The rest
sort of hang around towards the end and try to act natural. I'll help out in the kitchen and see if I can lend a hand.
Now listen to you. If anybody laughs or makes any jokes or looks funny or something, you'll hear from me.
Honestly, Frank, we're trying to help you. I don't see how anything could go wrong if you played your part.
I'll call Dr. Andrews and he'll ring the bell right away.
I wouldn't miss this for far.
Ring, ring. Dr. Andrews, it's time. Ring the bell.
Dr. Andrews and Coach began.
Dr. Andrews will be here right away. He's bringing the coach with him. Oh, look, there they are now.
Good morning, ladies. I think you've come to a decision.
Yes, indeed, a unanimous decision. First prize goes to, let me see. Oh, yes, Francis J. Armstrong for Yankee Doodle Goulash.
Francis Armstrong. Francis J. Armstrong. Can you please the girl with that name, Coach?
Can't say it again, Doctor. Then again, my business is with the other side of the house. I don't get to know many of the girls. Of course, we have Frank Armstrong and his sister.
Oh, no. Her name's Josephine. It must be another family. Just make yourselves at home, girls. Scatter around and sit wherever you like. This is a very informal occasion, though I can imagine an exciting one for all of you. Will you be seated, ladies? It certainly was a pleasure for me to learn that so many of you young girls had voluntarily taken part in the meatless menu contest sponsored by the PTA. The judges tell me that all the recipes were good, and that the winner is positively mouth-watering. I guess no one on this entire staff is better able to appreciate the value of good foods than Coach Murdoch. These were good foods in the development of healthy, hearty young men, and so I've invited him to come down here today and say a few words of encouragement to all of you girls, who one of these days are going to have to cook for some man. So man presents Coach Murdoch.
Well, girls, I'm not going to make any speech now. You all know the old saying, grow to man's heart flies through his stomach. And if you want a man, feed him. And I can't give you any better advice except to say, feed him well. By well, I mean give him the vitamins that are to be found in fresh vegetables, meats, fruits, milk, and vegetables. Yeah. The photographer should be here any minute now. And as soon as he's here, I'm going to have my picture taken with the winner of this contest. And just as the chairman of the judges has announced her of the winning recipe, I'm going to have my picture taken eaten a great big serving of whatever it is in his wine. So now, let me present to you Mr. Mary Morgan.
Really, girls, it was quite a treat to taste all your lovely dishes. The young ladies and myself were quite at a loss as to how to decide the best one. Until we got to number 25, that is. The name of it is Yankee Doodle Goulash. And the winner, I know you can hardly wait to hear the name. Well, I won't keep you in suspense another minute. The winner is Francis J. Armstrong. Francis J. Armstrong, where are you? Come claim your prize. Ah, there she comes. Let's give her another round of applause.
Miss Armstrong, you have won honor and distinction as creative cook, and at the same time earned a substantial reward in the shape of a $25 offer. So I'm pleased to present you at this time. Congratulations.
And may I add my congratulations.
We're all very proud of you, my dear.
Perhaps you have some more of those wonderful recipes up your sleeve. It's nice to meet a young girl who's interested in domestic problems.
I guess I'm just in time. Sorry, Dr. Andrews. I couldn't make it sooner. I was held up in the office. But I'm still anxious to get a shot at this week's menu award. Is this the lucky young lady?
Miss Francis J. Armstrong.
Pleased to meet you. Here. Now let's do a shot of the young lady and the judges. Here, miss. You can stand in the center, holding your vine and eye wide. Each of you ladies pretending you're eating some of whatever one you are.
Yankee Doodle Goulash.
Yeah. Now let's see. Are we all set? Everybody look this way, please.
Oh, wait. Just a minute. Let's give our little star a chance to fix her hair. Every girl wants to look her best in a picture. You'll want to take this thing off.
Well, it all sounds pretty complicated to me. Is this a conspiracy?
Nothing of the sort. Frank didn't know a thing about it until today. I knew if he knew, he wouldn't let me send it in.
Why not?
Because he thinks it's sissy.
Well, Frank, it looks as this predicament is none of your making.
Certainly is, sir. After all, it doesn't hurt.
That is, except for poor Frank's feelings.
May I be surprised? After all, there wasn't anything disqualifying boys in the contest, you know. Not at all.
I think it's very unusual to have a boy win, and I heartily approve of it.
And we're sure it's his very own work. Everything but the name. I thought that up.
Well, then I say Frank won it fairly and squarely. So now, I'm gonna shake hands again. Congratulations.
And mine, too. Your only mistake was to think that cooking was a sissy job. I must confess, I can stir up a cake that might fortify the stone merit. And I can bake what you young folks might call a really hot.
Yeah, I really need to get this picture done.
Yeah, ready anytime now.
Not these does.
I would say not. Get rid of that female finery. Look like yourself.
And just to prove that the ladies in the house can't be good sports about being defeated by a male cook, let's sing a new updated version of Yankee Doodle, which you'll find on your table. Father, to eat with all the young and old, serves and all the men and all the boys were strong as granite boulders. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, keep your elbows handy. Vitamins will pep you up and keep you feeling dandy.
Okay, everybody, look this way.
Okay, now that we've got you nice and hungry, the over 60 students that immediately filtered into the auditorium when we mentioned that we were going to have a drama club, it became quite apparent that we had young people from the 6th grade to the 12th grade with tremendous varying degrees of experience, but all very eager to do something. The central theme that was selected was one of cross-dressing that's actually been used for humor throughout history. And especially in the Shakespearean era, 12th Night, one of Shakespeare's most loved comedies, became tremendously funny because there were no female actors on the stage during the time. So it was men playing women, and the audience enjoyed it. I think you'll find this evening that these young people do a tremendous job with this adaptation, one-act adaptation of 12th Night. So if you'll join together with me as we welcome them, enjoy the 12th Night.
see Olivia first, methought she cursed the air of pestilence.
You see, dear fool, our noble Duke suffers with a broken heart. He sees the love of the fair Olivia. She will none of him. He sends her epistles of love, which she rejects. But why? Let the Countess Olivia answer that question. You mourn, sweet lady. Why? For my brother's death, good fool. I think his soul is in hell, Madonna. I know his soul is in heaven, fool. The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. So take away the fool. By my life, you grow weary. Come, give me my veil, throw it over my face. So, like a cloistress, she will veiled walk in water once a day, her chamber round with eye-offending brine. All this to season a brother's sad love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
O she that hath heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love but to a brother, away before me lie sweet beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
A broken heart. Aye, 2 broken hearts.
And so many days now passed. The script says, one morning the sun rose to see a virtuous maiden named Viola arrive in Illyria.
From the very jaws of the sea in a shipwreck, she came to these shores. It says further that 'twas her twin brother who lashed her to the back of a dolphin. And that same dolphin brought her to safety. And now she is alone in a strange country. What can she do?
What country, friends, is this?
This is Illyria, young lady.
And what shall I do in Illyria?
'Tis said the Duke Orsino needs a serving boy.
Oh, then conceal me what I am and be my aid. For such disguises shall happily become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke, only shape thou silence to my wit.
Your mute I'll be when my tongue flaps and let my eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
So into the service of the noble Duke goes Viola, disguising her feminine virtues in the weeds of a youthful boy.
Days pass and days pass. Then one morning, the sea gave up a young man called Sebastian. There are those among us who believed him drowned. Good stranger, will you ask your name?
My name is Sebastian. Perhaps you have heard of my father, Sebastian of Messalina. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. And if the heavens had been pleased, would we have so ended? But that was all then. Before I was taken from the breach of the sea, was my sister, Viola, drowned.
Shall we tell him? No, the script says not yet.
Lady, sir, who was such who much resembled me, was hit of many accounted beautiful.
May we show you Illyria, kind sir?
No, very well. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet near the manners of my mother, that upon the least occasion my eyes will tell of me. So I bid you good day.
And so Sebastian goes, grieving for a sister whom he thinks is drowned. Now the new moon rises, and 'tis time for the fools to gamble. Set the scene for the fools.
Sir Toby Belch, uncle to the Countess Olivia.
Maria, serving woman to that same countess.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of a brother thus? By my troth, Toby, you must come in early on night. Your comfort, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours. You must confine yourself within the modest limits of reason.
Confine, I'll not confine myself, no. Finer than I am.
This quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, of a foolish knight you brought in were meant to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Ogface?
He.
He is the tallest man in Illyria, and he has 3,000 ducats a year.
They add moreover, he's drunk nicely in your company, with drinking health to my niece, and I'll drink to her as long as there are passage in my throat, and as long as I am here in Illyria. What would? Cast in the
General.
On your attendance, my lord.
Ah,
Here.
sorry. Thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped thee even the book of my secret souls. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access, and stand at her doors, and tell her, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have aught.
Say I do speak with fair Olivia. What then?
Oh, that unfold the passion of my love.
I'll do my best to woo your lady, sir. Yet far from striking. Whoever I woo myself should be his wife.
And the youth now called Cesario bears an epistle of love to the Countess Olivia. The pompous steward, Malvolio, is the man you now see standing there. Reading himself, he believes that all who look upon him love him.
My lady, I must protest the conduct of your uncle, Sir Toby. He is drunk nightly. He carouses with a foolish knight. He is vulgar and loathsome. I marvel your ladyship takes such delight, such a barren rascal.
You are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite.
Very well, your ladyship.
Malvolio loves himself. Now take it from there. All time, thou must not
But she cannot love you, sir.
Cannot be so answered.
Do it, but you must. Say to some lady as perhaps there is half for you a great attained of heart as you have for Olivia. Oh, I speak too much, but this I know.
What dost thou know?
My father had a daughter who loved a man, as perhaps were I a woman, I would, your lordship.
But does thy sister ever love my boy?
I know all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I say?
Aye, that's a theme. To her at least.
How now, my method of India? Why?
Would you mind? No, you. No. Malvolio's coming down the block. I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of you. Now you stay there and you...
"'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Marina once said that my lady did affect me, and I have heard her myself say that should she fancy, it would be one of my complexion. What should I think of it? To be Count Malvolio. Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my chair calling about my officers in my branched velvet gown,
Here's an overweening rogue. Like I could beat the rogue.
I call to Sir Toby, comes forward, courtesies that to me.
Shall this fellow live? Pistol him! Pistol him!
I say, Cousin Toby, you must amend your drunkenness.
Oh, scab.
What employment have we here? Why, 'tis my lady's hat, by your leave wax. Job knows I love my two. Lips do not move, no man must know. I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife. With one stroke my heart goes forth. M-O-A-I will sway my life. M-O-A-I. Resemble something in me. Let me see. Let me see. M-O-A-I. M-O-A-I. Malvolio! Why, that's my name! So, what words follow? If this shall fall to thy hands, revolve. In my stars I'm above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some of greatness thrust upon them. Be also with the kinsman and surely with servants. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commanded thy yellow stockings across garters. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still. Farewell. Fortune be happy. Daylight champion discovers not more. I shall baffle Sir Toby. I'll be stout, garbed in, yellow stockings, cross garters. Is somebody watching me? There's postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, dost appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. my sweet Iphigenia. Jove, I thank thee. I will do everything that you would command.
I could marry this wife for this delight, so can I do?
And that's not a guy with her, but another just.
Ah, here she comes, and work my little gull catcher like Aquavite with a housewife.
Hush. If you will see the fruit of this sport, mark his first approach to my lady. He will come to her in yellow stocking. 'Tis a color she abhors, and cross-garments. 'Tis a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to his disposition that I cannot but turn her into notable contempt. Silence, here comes the count, moving voice savage.
Save you, gentlemen, and you, sir. I am bound to your niece, sir.
Let's trim no further. She comes to meet you.
Cesario, you did come. Let the garden gate be shut and leave us to our hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
There, you see? Your niece has more favors for the count's serving boy than she ever bestowed upon me.
If there is no other remedy, you must challenge the youth to a duel. Go, write the challenge in martial hand. Go,
I will do it. I will break the challenge now.
Come, Maria, let's see when I go dream of this event.
Stay, Iphigenia. Tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you think that you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then you think right, I am not what I am.
Then come again, for thou perhaps mayst move thy heart which thou force alike with love. Good day, sweet.
Good day to you, my niece.
Maria, Maria! Give it up. Don't call Malvolio, for he is sad and civil.
Malvolio, my lady calls.
Smilest thou? I said to be upon a sad occasion.
Sad? I couldn't be sad.
What is the matter with thee?
Not black in mind, nor yellow in lace.
Must I go to bed, Malvolio?
Ah!
Why are you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some are greatness thrust upon
Maria, call forth my men! This is a very midsummer madness! Which way is the madman in the name of sanctity? Temporal with his, for he is mad!
Let's go, me fever idle! Jump!
Here's the challenge. Read it. I want this.
Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow. Good, yeah. When may be going home, wherever be thy chance, thou killest me like a rogue and a villain. Fare thee well, and do I have mercy on one of our souls, Andrew?
It's saucy.
Saucy, I grant you. Oh, we are good luck, for here he comes. I hear we can dispenser to the soup.
Pox on it. I'll not meddle with him.
Stay you here a while, and I'll see what I can do. Yes. Sir, yon gentlemen have claimed that you have wronged him. So prepare yourself for my assailant. Quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake me, sir. I have no quarrel with him.
There is no remedy. He will fight.
Oh, pray heaven defend me. A little thing would tell them how much I laugh of a man.
Sir Andrew, there is your remedy. He's promised me, though, as a gentleman, he will not harm you.
Pray then that he keep his oath. Weapons!
Positions!
witness to.
Cesario, thou hast told me 1,000 times that thou never shouldst love woman like me. So give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
My lady, you have done me stories wrong.
Have I now, William?
No.
Sweet lady, pray you, peruse this letter. You must not announce nothing. It is your own hand.
Alas now, William, this is not my writing. Without a question, it is in Maria's hand. I must confess, was I who wrote the letter, and since her reason perhaps he hath married me. Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Hey, God.
Yellow stocking. Like some are born great, and some of greatness thrust upon them.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. Cesario, for so you shall be when you are a man. But when other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
A great while ago the world begun, with a hey